Handsome.
Sometimes you don't nail things on the first try.
Yeah, that's actually the first time I think we've had to cut the beginning. So this is our real start to our beginning. You can only imagine what was said, and you can find out on the Patreon.
Yeah, it's coming off of the heels of what we just recorded as it'll go down in podcasting history as the most incoherent 13 minutes of comedy or the best.
I mean,
you're going to have to pay X amount of dollars to find out. We're going to figure out the pay structure.
We'll get the pay structure
Patreon.
down. But yeah, keep an eye out. We're going to start promoting out the Patreon. We're going to put it together, give you guys some extra fun things to watch.
We're done.
Hang out.
We're done being silly for free for
We're
you
done.
people.
We're sick of it, dude.
Well, we will do it on here still. We'll still be silly for free on here. Plus more silliness. Look, Jay's got at least 11 kids around the country he doesn't even know are his.
That's right.
He's got to get them fed.
I keep displacing them. He keeps.
That's completely verifiable
Yes.
for anybody actually listening.
Jay-
Look into it.
He keeps being about to find one of the 11 kids, and I move him. I send him somewhere else. So he's always on the hunt for these
we gotta
kids.
get
Matt's
these
just
kids
got a
fed.
lot of vans. He's
I
got
got
a whole
a-
fleet of vans.
True.
Dude, they are calling me a fucking skateboarder from the 1990s with how many vans I have. But I'm the best. Don't forget it.
The best at finding, procuring, and supplying vans. That's what he's the best at.
I am the best, and don't forget it. That's your new get her done.
That's going to be great, dude. That'll be a rousing thing.
Hey guys, I'm Matt Peoples. I'm the best, and don't forget it. Remember, tip your waitress. There's 11 people in a crowd in
the
a
two
bar.
things you don't forget, I'm the best, and 9/11. Very different things to happen, but you're supposed to remember both of them, dude.
Sounds like you guys are starting to forget.
You guys better remember that I will be performing at Philadelphia's funniest competition of guys around the area tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
It's so funny. Like, this is so for if you don't know, Philly's Funniest is like the competition they do annually at Helium, where you do it and you go on the stage and you get voted to the next round and then you win. And winning Philly's Funniest, as much as people try to downplay it, which is so funny to poo-poo it when you haven't moved on that far, to be like, it's actually not that big of a deal. The year I get to the finals, I'm gonna be like, you guys don't get what this means. This will launch your career.
Yeah.
But since I haven't moved on, it's kind of a waste of time. So, but yeah, we'll be there tomorrow. And it's just, I think I am. I've been trying to tell myself I'm not antsy about it, but I'm antsy, dude.
You getting antsy?
Yeah, I feel a little bit like in the past couple of years, I've been like pretty nervous, but now that I've been doing stand-up for a little bit longer, I'm like, whatever. But now that it's tomorrow,
yeah,
I'm
that's like
there's
any
stakes.
Yeah, that's
There
like
are.
anything though. I even get that like with life. Like I'm like, stuff's real easy, and then one scheduled thing comes up, and I'm immediately like, well, I think I have anxiety problems. This is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And then you get through that day, and you're like, I don't have things to do for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, dude, that's how much of a massive pussy I am. I saw a great meme that was like, it was like, guess this is just God giving his toughest soldier his hardest battles, and it's like it's literally an email.
Oh, dude, I love that.
Yeah.
That is most of what LinkedIn is when like you're scrolling through. It's like what we're doing is making a difference. It's like we're all just kind of moving the same numbers from one computer to another one.
Yeah.
You're just like, but yeah, they hit you with the. I put in a hard day's work. It's like, I don't care, even if you did.
Well, it's funny to think that most of these, it looks like our boy Brendan Donegan in real time just moved along in Philly's Funniest. So,
Hey,
Brendo,
congrats.
get it up. Hope you can get it up,
Donegan.
dude. Hope you can get it rock hard.
Well, it's going to be the first step into getting those long shins. And I think that's something we talked about the Patreon.
Yeah, we
So
should
if you
really
want to find out what
revisit
it
that.
is, if you're one of Brendan's 43,000 cousins that live in this area, and you want to find out what we talked about your cousin about, give us $1 on Patreon.
Yeah, if you want to talk about what kind about the cousin about.
Listen, I'm about it.
Dude, I'm firing on all cylinders. I feel like you are just an absolute crazy guy, man.
I'm the craziest of guys. Lately, I've been pretty crazy.
Yeah, what'd you do? I mean, you just do, the old John I used to know, man. This guy, you're talking about a guy who would go to Harrisburg.
Yeah. Are we doing like we're checking in? This is a life check-in?
Yeah, we should do a
Where
live
I'm-
check.
It's an intervention, John. Your sobriety's starting to become a problem.
Yeah,
I know it is. I think I was a better guy. I didn't have as good a hair when I was sober, but now I'm like a Samson. People
What
are
about,
saying.
and this is important, what about if they changed the word from sobriety to so-Brian, and you just made that when you're
That's
drunk, you're
so
Brian.
Brian.
Yeah, like when you're drunk, you're not drunk, you're Brian. Try to change the words around, so you're like, man, you gotta
I
work on
like
your
it.
so-Brian.
As a member of the sober community, we're open to new adventures.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because you're sober and not thinking clearly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
thinking clearly sucks. I've realized that. But there's other things that are hindering that.
I give
So-
myself about 11 minutes every day to think clearly until I nip that one in the bud. I start thinking clearly. I
That's
go,
how you meditate. That's your meditation.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's
Maybe
yeah.
things are okay and everything's all right. No.
Yeah, those few and far between visits I make to reality are not pleasant.
Yeah. But no, things are good. Life's good.
What's really going on, dude? You can be honest.
No, I'm. It's just full like family man shit. Like just being a family guy.
I know. I guess you know what it is. I didn't get to watch the initial transformation so closely because we were locked away in COVID. But it's just that it's went from me and Johnny Boat. We used to be at open mics on Wednesdays. So
Yeah.
let's toss a couple back, bruh. And then now it's old Johnny Family Man, and I'm the one
Family
carrying the
Man.
mantle as a piece of shit.
I know it sucks that I gotta try to not mess this kid up.
No, your kid's a pretty.
You got to try to be a
wonderful
good
kid.
person at
I
least for
know.
the kid. But John, so tell me then, what's your favorite part about being a dad right now? Let's get wholesome.
Oh wait, if I could just talk about Johnny Boat being a good man, dude. I had a tire issue. I had a massive tire issue. Last year I was Maddie Podcasts. I went on 3 different podcasts, 3 days in a row. So I was driving all around. Whoa, where the hell's he going next? What's he moving Jay's kid to another place? All that stuff. And I get to
Oh, Maddie, sex trafficking.
old Maddie pay the bills.
Child trafficking.
Oh, child. Sorry, yeah.
Child trafficking, king. Bang, 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 bang. They're easy to get a hold of. You just go to parks.
Jared Fogle.
5 inches. All right. So I had to go drive. We had to drive to a podcast in Pennsylvania, and John usually does drive us. Good friend, good pal. But he was just like, "Do you
Down
mind
a
picking me
car.
up?
Yeah,
Didn't have a
we're-
car. Can
we're
you
down
scoop?
one."
Can you drive?" And I went, "It'd be my honor to pay back." Such a great man like yourself.
For road dogs like us,
Road
out
dogs,
there,
dude.
we're hitting different states. We're hitting Pennsylvania.
Yep.
New
There you go.
Jersey.
Those ones, I all love them.
Crossing the Delaware.
Delaware.
Crossing the Dieselware, baby.
Delaware, because we made a wrong turn.
Yeah, yeah. So Johnny big body, Johnny wide body Calabasas was like, come pick me up. So I said, yeah, I'll scoop him. I go and I see my back tire and I'm like, damn, that looks kind of low. Like, and then I went up and I pushed on it, and it's like, you guys don't know this, and you're not like car guys like me. You're not supposed to be able to like.
Well,
push
let's wait till
into
the end of the
tire.
story to see who's a car guy in this scenario.
Truth.
Trinth. Yo, Trinth.
Dude, you so Brian right now, bro. You
Dude, I'm
Trinth.
gonna start wearing shirts say Trinth.
Dude, Shorty backed that thing up on me. I said, Trent, all right. Big dumb bitch. So okay. But we went to the podcast place, and I was like, I gotta stop filling up my tires because this thing looks like it could be an issue. Go to put air in the tire, not quite 32, more of a 7. So my tire pressure was at a 7, and then we were like, we should still
In
drive.
the pouring rain too. I was sitting in your passenger seat.
Yeah.
And you got out and put it on there, and I just hear, no.
Yeah. It was, and then your exclamation of 7. That was our entire.
That's very
discourse.
low. And I'm a person that like I ran out of gas multiple times in my life. I've driven on very low tires for like 2 months at a time, but 7, you technically didn't have a tire
Yeah, I
on
know.
your car.
I was riding fucking dirty
We're
as hell.
talking PSIs, people. Sorry for the layman.
PSI, which stands for secrets inside. That's what PSI stands for. There's tons of secrets to the universe inside of your tire that you don't know about. So you start out every tire with 32 secrets in your tire. So I got all the way down to
Let's move on that.
secrets inside.
I only got 26 secrets left.
And then
You
you
got
find out.
more secrets than me.
And then in capitalistic,
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
dude, it ends up just being different deals.
Dude,
They go,
that hit me on a tier level.
That was a fun
I was
one.
already crying because you were singing my praises. And
Yeah,
now
dude.
you got me on a laughing cry. Sorry.
Yeah, of
We're at
course.
7 PSI.
There are 7 secrets inside, and we filled that up to 31, and drove over there.
By the way, probably wasn't enough. I feel
No.
like your car's like a 34, but it was the pouring rain. That's why.
Had to get out
You
of
got
there,
you
dude.
got into the 30s and you were like, let's hit the road.
I had to get out of there.
Playing
Go do the
fast and
podcast.
loose.
I got rugged hands. So we go do the podcast. Went well. Had a lot of fun. And then John said, "Look, dude, if you need a hand, I could plug your tire for you." Now I'm looking at John. I'm sizing him up. I'm looking at his hair. I'm looking at his body. I'm looking at his ankles. I went, "You don't know what the hell to do with the tire,
Do
brother."
you think? Here's the thing. Do I look more like I know what to do with the tire now that I got the long hair than when I had like the fade and the old haircut? I think this is more of
Neither
a
is
he knows
good.
his way around a car haircut.
This might just be better because I might be like, you could hook me up if I had like a Vespa tire issue.
Yep. Yes.
Then I think you
Yes.
kinda help me out.
I tell people I ride dirt bikes, but I really just I repair Vespas for
Yeah.
only Europeans.
Only Italian guys named
Yeah.
Fluento.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I told you. I said,
That was
I said
flawless
I'm the
Italian,
plug.
man.
Thank you, Jay. It's coming from an expert. Bobbity, yo, what are you doing with your body? Oh my God. So we get done, and he takes me back to the house, I go, I'll see you in a jiff. Meet him in exactly one jiff.
Wait,
And
no. Can we talk about what you had? You had to vet my services first. You had to call your dad.
I had to call my daddy. I went,
He said,
Dad.
Daddy, my tire has like 7 secrets in it now.
Dad,
Dad, my tire doesn't have enough secrets.
Dad, you know that guy who looks like the guy that would be in old Navy commercials if the liberals hadn't taken over? And it had to be so diverse, every commercial, you know what I'm talking about? Can he fill my tire? My dad was like, you got to stop fucking calling me, dude, please.
Dude, you do hit a point. No, it does suck because you hit a point where like you got to stop. I kind of just hit that at the end of my dad's life where I still would call him to like get the okay for shit. I'm like, all right, we're going to do this. And meanwhile, calling him, I was calling jail. And I was like, I got to make this decision. What do you think?
Yeah.
And it was always nice to have somebody weigh in, but eventually you get to that point where you're like, I just got car problems have to be mine. And it didn't hit me till I was like 30. Mm-hmm. So it's weird. I
That's
know.
gotta be crazy. And then calling jail and then having to talk to Judge Judy every time to get connected to your dad.
Right?
Hello, this is jail. I'm Judge Judy. Who are you calling for?
Press
My dad.
9 for John's dad.
She went from a judge to a switchboard operator.
Yeah,
that was a hell of a demotion.
What a
man.
fall, dude.
It's
And
her
they're like,
retirement gig.
and they're like, what part of the cell is he in? And she's like, the mitochondria. Come on.
What, you don't know what part of the cell he's in? You're not a responsible individual.
Yeah,
She
you
just
know what part of
berates
the
you
cell?
on the phone.
Your dad was in the powerhouse of the cell, dude.
Yeah.
Your
Real
dad was-
amoeba.
Yeah, the mitochondria. Your dad's name was John.
All right, so
Okay.
back to you calling your dad to get
It's just the
approval.
longest story, but I like it. So yeah, I called my dad. My dad was like, dude, if he's going to plug it, that's exactly what some dude at Sam's Club's going to do. So we get back, we get under the car, we start working on it. John,
There's a lot of we talk here.
just in two people in the same vicinity.
You held the flashlight,
Yeah.
man. Is that what you did?
I think I stopped holding the flashlight.
It
at one
is the
point.
most interested I've ever seen Matt in something.
Yeah.
If there was like not on his phone at all, and not knocking it, but it's like he was he wanted to learn. I think.
Well, I
felt like a dad
Progress,
in that moment.
man.
It was a thing that I had beaten into me as a kid that my dad was like one of his few rules where he was like, I'll do almost anything for you, but if I have to go outside and do it, you're standing right next to me while I do it.
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
you're
You're
focusing.
suffering with me.
He was basically like, you're focusing on it. So every time he would like do something with the car or the house, and if it was to help me out, I had to at least just stand by him.
Yeah.
So he had when you were doing it for me, I kind of was like, I mean, he's doing me a huge
Meanwhile,
favor.
in his head, he's like, I'm building real bonding moments with my son, and you're just like, Power Rangers are on in like 9 minutes. Dude.
No,
You
my
better
dad.
wrap this shit
My
up."
dad was like, "Fuck the bond, dude. I hate my life. You need to hate yours too." And I was like, "Eh."
I mean, imagine if it was the other way around, though. It's like if I do anything with your car, you have to sit inside and watch me through a window.
Yeah.
maintain
Yeah,
eye
it's true,
contact
true.
While I do it for you.
Everything I did to help me, you should have seen the first time I jacked off. He was like, "I'll be right there with you every stroke, brother." But
So we're
Giving
under
you
the car.
pointers.
so we're under the car.
You tighten the belt this way.
You did.
Can you imagine trying to jerk off with like one of those like Vans checkered belts? Like,
Or it's a flex belt. So it'll
studded,
never get tightened.
studded, studded belts.
unfortunately, like,
I
it's
got
better.
it at Hot Topic.
You're in a Papa Roach t-shirt.
You go to jail. And like, what are you in here for? Why would you go to jail for jerking off?
Well, you can go to jail for jerking off in a particular place. Like a bus is kind of off.
True.
True.
Especially
Yeah.
with a belt around.
It's tied to the fucking.
That's
on
what
top
now
of-
you're gonna start to see like public perverts take it up a notch because everyone. It's like how like skateboarders would like nobody could do a 900. Tony Hawk did one, and now everyone. It's like a standard trick. It's gonna be just a bunch of perverts now are like, well, I don't get off anymore. I'm just showing people my dick.
Yeah.
I also gotta do autoerotic asphyxiation.
It's exhausting,
on
dude.
the bus.
I'm
You know
just
how
trying
hard
to
it is?
finish.
Yeah, you know how hard it is to hang a belt from a bus loop,
Dude, this thing's
Need
too
a
good of an
long belt.
idea.
Yeah.
I gotta find a way to make money off of this.
So we're under the car.
Yeah, and then
You did give me some extra leverage, so you did help. I shouldn't say you didn't do anything.
I did do that. I
And you
pushed him.
noticed it. You noticed I was struggling. I need something to push back on.
Look, we got two different sides of the operation.
Damn, that was so gay.
Yeah, dude, it's all pretty gay when you think about it deeply.
So we're under the car,
When you
making
think-
out.
So we're down under the car, and John starts working on the tire. The tire, he puts the damn thing in there, pulls it out. I start panicking. I go,
Secrets everywhere.
oh my God, look at that.
These
The Mayans,
secrets are all
the
leaking
aliens.
out.
Where's Hillary Clinton truly from? All those things.
A lot of
Secrets.
abortions. Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
abortions. That's where I put all my fetuses, brother. They said, don't reinvent the wheel. I said, I can't. I got tons of fetuses there. Okay, so John fixed my tire. Thank you.
That was it. Yeah.
It was pretty sick, though, because it was
I was thinking about this. It was a very interesting move because once we got the nail out, I was working on plugging it up and then gluing it, and I like kind of tossed the nail back, and then you just took it and threw it like 4.5 feet away.
No, I put it on the grass.
No, you first threw it like 4 feet away, where our cars wouldn't back up on it, but me, my wife, or my kid could easily step on it.
That was a bad move on
and
my
then
yeah.
I was like, oh, actually, I'll just get rid of it. And then he just walks over to a little part of my neighbor's yard
Yes.
and tucks it up against their house. So now what's going to happen is their lawnmower is going to launch the nail back into my driveway.
Yeah.
I'm going to back over it, and I'm going to have a hole in my tire. And that's why you can't do nice things for people.
And then I will come over and I'll fix your tire and it'll just be the snake eating itself.
You're just like, hey, I'll take care of it. I go inside. I come out. The car's on fire. You're like, I don't know what happened.
I gave it my best.
There's secrets everywhere.
I panicked and you're like, what did you do? And I'm like, I covered your entire car in gasoline and I took a match and I put the match to the gasoline and your entire car burst into flames. I don't know what the fuck happened. And you're like, what did you
That
think
wasn't
would
one
happen?
of the steps I saw you do when you were plugging my tire.
This guy on YouTube said it was the right thing to do.
You look
man.
back and two of your neighbors are dead. And you're like, what happened? You're like, I found a machete and I slowly caught your neighbors' heads off with the fucking machete that I bought from Walmart 2 days ago because I thought I was going to kill your neighbors.
Matt, why is your phone on record? Well, I'm never going to waste good content. There's a flaming car behind me. You know how cool this is going to look?
TikTok
When
doesn't care.
Yeah, when I put my dates over top of this, it's going to look so cool.
Is that the band Aerosmith with the lower half of kangaroos? Oh, anyway, I've been working on an experiment for the past 15 years where I take the symbiote of a kangaroo and I take the symbiote of the lead singer of Aerosmith and I put them together and I let them grow and become full people. We got to focus on the car, John. Who put the bang?
I gotta stop taking sips when you're cooking, dude.
By the way, timestamp on that one. That might be the only funny thing I'll ever say.
Yeah. Who
put the bang in the mom? The bang down.
That's what happens when you get caffeinated guys that got nothing else to do on a Monday night,
Not a damn thing.
on a holy day.
Except sit and go, ugh, tomorrow. That's literally, if I could describe how I feel at night, is ugh.
Yeah, how do you
tomorrow.
end every day? Like when you're not doing comedy, you're not drinking until you black out because you have a
Fucking
problem.
Pure kiss it. Fucking, I don't know what that means.
Are you do you fall asleep on the couch watching something that you've seen 1,000 times? I do a lot of that.
Oh
That's
yeah,
like-
that's my go-to.
Yeah, I hate it. It's like I get into a weird spiral where for like 3 months I'm falling asleep on the couch, wake up at 3:30 in the morning, shuffle to bed, stub your feet on everything, and then I'll be like, no more, and I'll be like, I'll do a month stint of like in bed at 10, I'm up early, I'm doing great, and then one night we're like coming off of like doing this or doing a good like show or mic,
Yeah.
and you're like, nah, I'm gonna stay up a little. Tonight I'm gonna watch the Phillies replay live. Like,
That's the move I have my move is I will come out here, usually me and my girlfriend will get back from somewhere and I'll be hammered, she'll be kind of drunk, she'll be like, I'm going to go to bed like a normal human, and I'm like, I actually have to watch the saddest movie scenes and or the finale to Avatar The Last Airbender again. She's like,
I
okay.
actually have to lay out here and think about all the things I've thought about my entire life over and over again.
Yeah, or I might
while
have
I'm
to-
watching just reruns of AEW wrestling.
Yeah, I might have to come out here and watch early 2000s commercials compilations.
Ooh.
What?
We have a suggestion from the crowd.
Yeah, I put on I watched my little commercial poops, and that's
So it was 1-800-18.
That's right. Yeah, true. This past week, I had a bit of a slip up where I did the like typical run of the mill. Go to watch There Will Be Blood with your girlfriend. She goes to sleep in the first 10 minutes. You start putting on Joel Embiid highlights, and that turns into early 2000s commercials while you DoorDash Wawa at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
to be
just-
fair, I fell asleep during There Will Be Blood as well. Like, it's
Come
a good,
on.
it's a good movie, but it's
you
slow.
can't fall asleep
It's
during
the
Daniel
greatest
Day-Lewis.
film of all time, dude.
DD Dubs, you're gonna fall asleep during or DDL. Sorry.
It's the best.
I mean, look, when you get to the
movie
end and it's all
ever.
that just in like the dude's bowling alley, like really?
Yeah, the perfect bow on the perfect story.
Okay, if
I'm
you guys could
sorry.
appreciate symbolism, at the beginning of the movie, he's underground and he crawls up because he's supposed to be shown as like a demonic figure. And then at the end of the movie, he descends down into his bowling alley like he's come to Earth. He's wreaked havoc.
That's totally
descending
something you
into
read
hell.
about the movie, isn't it?
It's something I saw on a YouTube video.
So wait,
So
I was
you didn't
gonna
come up
say,
with that, Matt.
now
Fuck off.
here's where we go, Matt. Did you watch the whole movie?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. See, I
Yes,
can
I
see the
did.
passion in that one. You finally finished the movie.
Yeah, you
Good
saw
job,
the.
bud.
You saw
I'm
the
not
Passion of the
saying-
Christ.
Proud of you.
You saw the Passion of the
Proud of
Christ.
you.
You saw the Passion of the
So
Christ.
anyway,
I'm
Saw
not
the Passion
saying
of the
it's a
Christ?
bad movie. I'm just saying it's slow, and I understand how
Look, dude,
someone can
girl-
fall
I
asleep.
love a good slow long movie, especially when it's late night and I'm like, well, insomnia's winning anyway, so I might as well watch the slowest movies possible.
Dude.
Ooh, I love a
Look,
slow one.
Jay, not a big deal. You didn't like that movie. Most girls don't like smart movies. Burned you, dude. Burned my own
You're a
fucking
lady.
producer, dude, and my friend and my producer. I burned them like that.
What the hell?
What the hell? What the creamy hell? But yes, had a good weekend, John. Had a very nice little weekend, if you ask me. I spend most weekends, you probably do the same thing. You spend most weekends as you get older just with your significant other. And she was away this weekend at a rave, whatever the fuck. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I can't keep track of these things anymore. She went to
Electronic
Brooklyn.
music, drugs. Molly was
Oh,
involved.
here we go, dude.
I was not at a rave.
I ended up at a rave.
I had a fun little house music concert where I got to go.
That sounds exactly like a rave.
To answer a couple questions. The lighting.
Was every person next to me smoking a joint? Yes.
That might not be a
That
rave,
happens
though.
at a
That's not
fish
a characteristic
concert.
of
That
a
means
rave.
nothing compared
Hold
to
on.
what's a
Now,
rave.
what was the
They're not
lighting?
it's not a fish concert. It's called an
A
aquarium.
lot of smoke, a lot of yellow lights,
Now, were there lasers?
a lot of
Stupid.
lasers.
Yeah. Were there a lot of people
a lot of people
dancing?
going, I'm so scared.
Was
Next to their
the
friends.
music really terrible?
It was the type of music that makes you go.
Yeah, it was bad. I think
All right,
you
he's
were at
never
a
gonna let this
rave.
conversation. Go back in the
I
room and
think
play with
you
your
were
string.
at a rave.
And finish the string tonight. I'm sorry, you're in charge. I love you more than anything.
So she's raving. She's craving a rave.
Regular concert.
I will
Okay.
stop calling it a rave. What should I call it again?
It's a regular concert.
Call it a fist pumping music concert.
Okay,
Yep,
my
that's
girlfriend
what
was
people
at.
call
She
things.
went to a Jersey Shore
You
taping.
couldn't sound more Russian. It's fist pumping music concert.
It is fist pumping music concert.
It goes you know.
Everybody there is in good spirits. You wouldn't even know that we're at
Yes.
war.
So it was definitely in Coney Island. That we've made that clear.
Brooklyn,
Yeah.
close.
A lot of
Yeah.
Russians in Coney Island.
No,
Yes.
she went, and so I had nothing to do, so I just was left to my own devices, and I did just about nothing. Dude, all I do now, this is going to add to the lore of how much of an annoying prick I am. All I do now is go thrifting. I love it.
Yeah.
I love going for cool finds. I go to Plato's Closets all the time. I go to Goodwill's all the time.
You're getting too casual, man. You're a part of that couch right now.
I'm feeling
Your
like-
posture's going to shit. Mm-hmm. You're wearing Yankees hats.
Sure.
Wait.
Thrifted.
Going to shit implies he had good posture when we even started the podcast.
Guys, we don't all need to be bullies. No, I do. I go fucking thrift. Guys, I could find you guys shit if you had a better attitude.
What would you find me?
Find
me a
you different shirts, pants,
Different
photos.
shirts.
A decent barber, just the usual shit.
Oh, speaking of, I canceled on my barber last minute this past Friday, and I felt genuine anger from him. I was a total dick move on my part.
That's why you got to cut the cord.
No,
Fucking-
you got to cut the fucking strands. Is what you need
No,
to do, dude.
no, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's
You gotta
crap.
listen. You got to get the barber out of your life. You can cut your own hair. It's not that hard. I did it for like 2 years.
No, I need him. And he's mad at me, dude. I was like, sorry, man, can't make it. Got called into work. Here's the thing, lying. Didn't get called into work, was tired. And he was like, no problem. I went,
You
"Fuck,
canceled a
dude."
barber because you're tired.
It was the way he texted, no problem, that really,
You see
conveyed
that
the-
I want to talk to you guys about this because I think you guys are obviously more of men than I am. But like things like that,
Yeah, I plugged tires, dude.
yeah, of course. I think things like that, like a normal guy, like you guys would just be like, "Hey, I just said no problem." To me, I'm like, "Oh, he is fucking."
Yeah, you're
pissed.
No,
insane.
dude, I'm
No,
right
you're
there
insane.
with
I
you.
know.
I hear people's emotion when they talk to me, like anger, annoyance. I think everybody's angry at me or annoyed with me.
It's
Okay,
weird
that
because
makes
I
me feel
think
better.
it's like you care too much while you don't give a shit at all.
Yeah.
like you don't give a shit about that guy at all in the the greater scheme of things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but then you really care about him maybe not liking you for a minute.
Yeah, maybe that's just the reflection
just
of
therapy.
So long as it's about me, I'll care about it, but I won't directly
Yeah.
care about that guy.
But that's
I
what-
feel bad not giving a homeless person $1 because I'm like, man, that guy's gonna think I'm a total dick. Meanwhile,
that's-
he's sleeping in a tent in the park.
Yeah.
like that should have no bearing on my life whatsoever. Still say sorry every damn time.
Yeah.
That's one of the
Without fail.
things, though.
Me
I
too.
feel like I've been trying to start to cut out of my life is those relationships where you're like, why do I force myself to have this relationship in my life? Like, and it was part
tell
of
me
the
something?
reason that I decided on not going to the barber anymore. No, because you just have all these little, oh, I see this guy for this, and I run into this person for this. So it's like having that relationship with a barber where you're like, why should I even feel angst about a thing I'm going to pay a person for? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I think just the logic, and I get what you're saying, but I think
And I
it's
get
just,
their side of it too, but I've been trying to just cut more of those out. Not this, and I love, like, my barber's a good dude. I still like the guy. I see him, every once in a while. We'll talk. We'll talk comedy and stuff. I'm talking about doing a show there potentially in his barber shop. But it's like just having that relationship where it's like I have so much emotion and like thought I have to give to other shit in my life.
Yeah.
That I'm like, if I can cut that out where I don't have to be like, I wasted 10 minutes thinking about a text I was going to send to this person.
Yeah,
It
but-
makes life so much easier.
I do that more. Almost every text that I send that I feel like is like has some stakes behind it, I do have to like type and retype. upwards of 10 times.
I don't want to have to do that. I feel like all my texts, I want it to be like to, if it's for work, yes, I'll put thought into it. But like in my personal life, having that text where I just be like to a group chat, like this is a dumb thing, send. Let's see what happens. It's fun. Playing fast and loose. Are you texting your barber right now? Yeah. I'm so sorry, man.
Dude, I'm the same way on
Here, I'll narrate what you're texting him. I'm so sorry. My fade has never looked shittier.
We're friends, dude. That's the worst part is we're actually.
Dude, I'm like that as well, and it's horrible. Like with my job, I do have to like yell at people, quote unquote, and I'm that guy that I'll text somebody the next day and be like, "Dude, I'm sorry, I yelled at you." Blah,
yeah,
blah, like,
that's good though.
Should have and I can never not do it. I don't think I ever.
See,
could.
that's a good relationship to do for like a thing in work, but like with this, it's like it's a transactional relationship still at the core of it. And that's what sucks, but it's like that guy is really still always going to be the person that you pay money to cut your hair. He's not your friend.
I was just going to say, now that it's kind of funny, this probably brings full circle, is I told Zach, my roommate, to go there. And he went and was like, yeah, I decided to come here because like my roommate, like you cut his hair. And he's like, oh, it's your roommate. Who's your roommate? And he was like, Matt. And he was like, I don't think I know him, Matt. And then he was like, redhead, ginger, like tall guy. And he's like, I have no idea who that is. So now that I'm fucking feigning and waxing poetic about this guy, he has no idea who I am.
See, that's the thing. But it does suck because you do have those people you're friends with in your life, but it's at the base of it's a transactional friendship.
Yeah.
It sucks realizing these things like as you get older. But those are where you're like, I need to find more time for comedy. All right, well, what can I cut out? Like some of those relationships, I don't know. It's like weird.
Yeah, but then think about it. If we need to get, all three of us need to get this podcast so big that our relationships with each other become transactional.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you have to get to a point where you're so successful that you hate everybody.
That we're just hating each other over money.
Right before every podcast, we sit in silence and Jay goes, all right, we're recording. And we go, hey, what's up, you zany?
That's basically Mike and Mike from ESPN. Towards the end, they wouldn't even talk to each other.
Yeah. You hear it a lot.
On commercial breaks.
Dude, I was at the...
That's what I'm saying. You watch like Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub, and you're like, those guys fucking have to hate each other.
Dude, so when I did baseball, so this was fun. I did radio for baseball for a while, and you could always tell on like the B and C games, like the really bad games, the talent that weren't well paid doing regional shows that did not like each other.
Yeah.
Because so the color guy will always go off, and the play-by-play color guy.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the two of us to not speak, and then as soon as the camera turns on, we do that, and then as soon as we're done, we're like, fuck you, see you next Tuesday.
Yeah,
like,
dude. Just call me a cunt.
But wait, no, going back to, I called you a funt. You said Mike and Mike. I was at the roast of Mike and Mike in Atlantic City years ago. I was a kid.
Don't point.
What's that?
Don't point.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking out for you, bud.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I was at the roast of Mike and Mike in Atlantic City, and it was the one where the reporter from ESPN, Jacobs, Jillian Jacobs or something like that.
Yeah.
She got shit-faced and went up there and just like torched everybody. Was saying the worst shit. And it was like a private event. It wasn't televised or anything. And then the next day on ESPN, it was like Jillian Jacobs is like put on like a 3-month leave of absence.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't explain why. And me and my dad, because my dad took me there. In hindsight, he won tickets to this thing in Atlantic City because he was a degenerate gambler.
Let's go.
I found this out later on, but like my dad was
Hey,
like,
there are benefits.
dude. It was like it was
this is his 401k. Then.
Eddie
This is his
Griffin, the comic Eddie Griffin. Griffith.
Yeah, I know Eddie Griffin.
Is it Griffin or Griffith? Why
That's
I can't
on
think of it.
the
Griffin.
podcast.
Yeah, he went up and like torched everybody, but Julian Jacobs went up and Charlie Weiss, the former coach of Notre Dame, was there, the football team.
Oh man, Charlie, I remember
big
him,
fat guy, and she got up and she was like, Charlie Weiss, touchdown Jesus, fuck Jesus.
Ooh.
And then that was it. That was her whole joke, and the whole crowd was like, what? All right, what else is gonna happen? And she's like, Mike and Mike, more like, and just was terrible jokes, shit-faced. Eddie Griffin goes up and puts a bottle of Grey Goose on the podium and goes, all right, sweetheart, let's just get you out of here now. And she's like, fuck you, like pushing him away and shit.
Wow.
Shit-faced. But it was like, and this was pre-YouTube or anything, so like and nobody's filming it on their phone. So it was just a thing that happened. She got put on leave, and like it became a rumor basically. But like I was there for it. I went to like an after party for it too, and I was like, I hope I run into her.
Wait, how old were you? You were like able to drink?
I was 18 because I could be there, but I couldn't drink.
Okay.
But maybe I was 20. I'm trying to think. I don't think I drank. And I think we drove back that night. Because that's what my dad and I would go down. Like he took me to see Bob Dylan down there too, and we found out all this later on. We're just like he was getting comps because he was losing a bunch of money gambling.
That's sick.
But I thought he was just like, yeah, I won these, and I'm like, I love Bob
Wow,
Dylan.
my dad's so lucky. He's like, well, son.
Yeah, but I got to witness that. It was the band. I wasn't trained, but it was. Oh, I can't remember the name of the band.
Drops of Jupiter.
No, it was like a band like that though that opened up. It was
I'm
like
falling
Waterhouse
even
or something
more
like that.
Yeah. Falling even
Waterhouse.
more in love with your dad. Everything he does, it seems so rad.
We're at this ESPN roast of Mike and Mike. I bet Jillian Jacobs is gonna say the N-word.
Jillian Jacobs, Jingleheimer Schmidt. I've been thinking about that joke the entire time he said her name.
Is that her name, Jillian Jacobs?
Jillian Jacobs.
I think
Jingleheimer
it's
Schmidt.
Jillian.
She had a
Barbary?
real short bob cut.
So
Type in
there's a
Jacobs.
blonde Jillian Barbary.
Nah, she's a
for
brunette.
ESPN.
But yeah, so I don't know how we got on that conversation, but that was the thing I got
That's
to
fun
go
too.
to.
I liked it. Yeah, I did. Bob cut has changed. It feels like in who they are these days. Like I don't think I know any woman with a bob cut. I feel like it was pretty prev back.
Well,
in the day.
because that was like a friend's thing. My mom's a hairdresser, so I always knew like the hairstyles that were in.
Yeah.
And the Rachel was the one that she said every lady was coming in to get the Rachel.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
was mostly
true.
just like fat suburban moms going in to
Yeah.
get their hair cut. Like one of the most beautiful actresses in the world.
Yep.
They're like, that girl on Friends that's got real hard nipples all the time and a cool haircut. I want to go get that. I'm going to look just like her.
I want to look just. I think that was maybe a thing for like white people who didn't venture into like barbershops. Was like I would go in when I was 7 or 8 years old, and I'd go into a barbershop and say, "Can I have the George Clooney haircut?" And I don't think George Clooney ever had like one particular haircut.
The Clooney one was probably the bang straight across.
I get
He
the
had that
bangs,
one
but
for a
then
minute.
I say make it messy for the girls in 3rd grade to see, dude.
Yeah,
And
I need the girls to think it's cool.
He still
What
orders
hairstyles did
that
you have
same
as a
haircut
kid?
now. Actually,
Huh?
You still order that same haircut the same way now. Actually,
No, dude, I go and get fades now. I walked into my barber and I said, I'd never lie to you. Can I have a fade right now, doggy dog? No, I mix it up a little bit.
What hairstyles did you have when you were a young teen? Did you used to go to a barber like
Yeah.
when you were a kid?
Matt's barbershop, I used to go in there when my dad would take me, and God, you want to see a guy frightened for his life. The one time my mom couldn't take me to get my hair cut, my dad had to go with me, and he was like, I don't know any of this. Every time he got like any questions asked about what they wanted to do with my hair, he was like a guy who like had weed in the backseat of his car and didn't want the cop to find out. They'd be like, what do you want for that? And he's like, I don't know anything about this fucking kid. This is my first time meeting him.
Just don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
I get an answer for it if I come back and his mom's fucking
If it's-
all mad about this.
And if it smells, dude, we hit a skunk on the way here. That's what the smell is. I don't have a gun, and if I did, I have a license for it. But no, I would go and I'd get the flip up at the front. I get the hair flipped in the front.
the Caesar. Yes.
The Caesar, yes, I would. I'd get.
I'm
stabbed
listening.
In the
I'm
back.
just trying to also find this lady's name. Keep going. Hair.
You're looking for the lady who used to tell her this is what we're looking up.
No, I'm looking for the lady from the ESPN things. I know.
I
got
looked.
low.
I tried.
I got her
tried
name
looking up. I didn't
completely
see
wrong.
I didn't see anybody.
I'll
No.
find it later on.
Yeah, yeah.
Listener, tune in next week. Maybe I'll remember
for the
it.
conclusion.
True.
Yeah.
Or if you look it up and put it in the comments. So
Put
hair.
it in the comments. Yeah.
Put it in the comments. You had a bowl cut for a while, right?
No, I never
No?
had a bowl cut, dude.
You
I
had a
was too-
face. If you were my age, you definitely would have had one. I didn't have one, but you would have.
No, but I had the benefit. I had a young mom.
Oh yeah, young.
So my mom had me when
She was just
26.
dressing you like Backstreet Boys.
She's like Backstreet Backs. He's gay.
Matt's my son.
He's gay.
He's questionable.
He is going to get slapped in the face by a kid, and it's going to pop his head on his face. And my mom will be the nurse at the time at the camp that I go to, and I'll help him.
Oh, mom, my zip on.
Oh, it was so embarrassing, dude. Because they tried to get me. That was the worst part. Is I technically was in trouble because they initially said that I got in a fight. So my mom got like watching her emotions.
You were like,
change.
it was very one-sided.
It was a wildly one, and he was my friend. And I
Yeah?
said something, and I must have popped off at the jaw, and he slapped
He
me.
popped off on you.
And he popped off on me. I got sent back. Him and I both did in separate carts. They didn't want to put us together because they knew we would be rabble-rousers.
True.
And I got sent back there. So watching my mom have to go from like, wow, my son's this little thug getting in fights, to then slowly realizing like my son is such a pussy.
Yeah.
They were like, you got in a fight at my work? Who did you get in a fight with? And I was like, I was sitting there and he came up and he slapped me. And then 3 other like counselors came over and corroborated it. And she was like, what a bitch, dude.
They were like, I think he was crying before he actually hit him.
yeah.
What do you think was more disappointing to her as a mom?
Like just in that instance or just
in that
overall?
instance.
Having
No.
an
We
uncool
don't.
bitch-ass
We don't want to
son.
get into that. But I'm just
Wow,
saying.
yeah,
in that
because she was
moment-
in just.
Well,
a,
I think the real slap in the face was that after she found out that I just got manhandled, she came back and saw that they gave me a popsicle to make me feel better.
how old were you when this happened?
Sitting there.
How old were you when this happened?
Maybe like 7 or 8.
So your mom was like around my age, around Jay's age,
Yup.
probably when this happened,
Yeah.
right? Because you were 20, she was
Yeah, she's
26,
like
right?
33 or so.
So I'm just thinking now, if
I get what you're saying. Okay,
if
yeah.
I had an 8-year-old and I just had
Oh,
to sit there
wow.
and my son, oh man.
Ew, dude,
That's
when my mom was
interesting.
I was like 11 when, ew, dude, she was
That's
like an old
interesting.
lady to me, and now you're one of my close friends.
Yeah,
and
when
you're
you're close, and you're still
Ugh.
11.
Oh, I'm still. I just made poopy.
I just
you know?
fucking grew
He's
into
still
this
all
shirt.
about the popsicles. We know
Still,
that much. Yeah.
dude, I will slurp popsicles.
Oh,
if
it's
you have in the
popsicle
house.
season, dude. It is popsicle.
You don't even know. We should have
season.
popsicles.
dude.
We need popsicles live on the pod to see both of your popsicle skills.
I just crushed a Pedialyte pop the other night because we had nothing else in the freezer.
Huh? Hey, that's the
Pedialyte
oldest sentence.
pop.
Yeah, Pedialyte. It's like those when they used to have Xanax lollipops.
Wait. I've never heard of this. They had
Yeah,
Xanax.
not Xanax. It was like some painkiller lollipop, dude. That was big in my hometown.
You have PKPs?
Dudes were just walking around eating lollipops, losing their teeth, and just losing their goddamn mind too.
Holy
it was
macaroni.
incredible,
Dude, I'll fucking.
It was like a painkiller lollipop.
Percocet
basically.
lollipop, man.
That's
I think it might have been,
I
yeah.
didn't. I mean, dude, I'll boof a firecracker, but I don't know that I've ever had a Percocet lollipop.
Dude, the lollipops were taken down. There's a couple guys in the dirt in my town because of lollipops.
Yeah, lollipops hit these
Damn.
guys hard.
There's a couple guys that had to go to Florida because they were having too many lollipops.
Hey, fuck, I love.
They had to go to Florida for college for a couple months because they had too many
Their
lollipops.
mouth got numb from the cold, and so did everything else.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, I remember the first time I took a Percocet was I broke. Oh no, it's a bit more.
A Percopop is a real thing
Yeah,
on
see?
Urban Dictionary.
No
A
kid.
Percopop
We used to
has
call them num dums.
got- Yeah.
Perk
Came
pop
out in
lollipop.
April
Give a dog a bone.
2023. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Bro.
is a real thing.
Dude, I'm telling you, when Lollipop dropped, everyone was like, damn, it's the hit of the season. I was like, no, this is just making me think of everyone I went to 7th grade with.
Yeah, dude, that's
that
fucking.
died in high school.
There it is.
It happens.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any in high school deaths? I think my grade didn't, but every grade like above and below.
My
did.
aunt died. Nobody was boned about that.
No, but no students.
No, I don't think so. I told you, or maybe I didn't talk about it on here, but our biggest scandal was we had a janitor that was putting cameras in
You
every
talked about
room
this
in
in
our school.
the Deer Tag. I was thinking about it because you told me this story, but never talked about it on
Crazy. He put cameras all throughout our. It was like in the news and everything, so I could talk about it. I don't know that I would be able to, but he put cameras in every classroom in our school. Like you weren't supposed to have surveillance. We couldn't really afford surveillance, but the reason he did it was he knew like went to a small private school. So the kids, when they were getting ready for practice after school, would just go get changed in one of the classrooms. So he kind of knew that, got wise to it, just started throwing cameras in all the places where he thought he could catch.
Did he because it was a Catholic school and every room has to have a crucifix in there? Did he like hide it in the eye of Jesus?
Oh yeah, it's like
That would be pretty poetic,
right?
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, no, he just duct taped it to the wall. We should have seen it.
We had a full production crew in every single room. They're like,
Yeah,
you
this
can't miss it.
setup.
Yeah, it was like
Jay was there.
Hard Knocks Catholic High School, right there.
Jay was there, like, hey man, wrap it up. We got it right now.
Yeah.
We're also stupid. We have no idea. We're like, we don't know what these artifacts are, but I guess we can get changed. Yeah, dude. Every person that was on
He had
video.
a bunch of ring doorbells.
Yeah. No, dude, it was pretty freaky, funky, fresh. They had to bring us all inside of the gym, and they went, hey guys, good morning.
Most Catholic school assemblies start.
They said we got bad news. Everybody's been seen naked, and it's on camera.
So
Yeah.
this
You were
this
getting
is
that naked in your high school?
I mean, I wasn't like everybody that was on video got contacted, but
I even
wasn't.
remember like even changing in a locker room for baseball. I would wear like and this was just me being a fucking dumbass. Like nobody teaches kids anything in high school. They're just like, here's underwear. You figure out when to wash them and when not to wear them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even wear like compression shorts. It would be like, or I'd wear like just boxers, like Old Navy loose fit boxers.
Oh, yeah, I had
That's
a pair, yeah.
And then I'd wear
Several.
like sliding compression shorts over those.
Yeah.
With a cup because I was just like, I'm not getting butt naked in high school.
No, that was a totally different experience. We pull our penises out. And
Did you
things.
shower at school?
No.
That was never a thing. Even like in college for baseball, that didn't exist for me ever. So like that weird like trope of like, what happens in the showers?
in hockey we did because after you get out of hockey, like you
You're
are
horny as
disgusting.
shit.
Well,
So
yeah,
you're
I mean,
like,
that-
dude, we
that
gotta
as
get
well.
the.
There's a lot of
we
long hair
gotta
in
hit the
hockey,
showers.
and sometimes you turned around with the long hair.
Like, I'm about
Yeah.
to go bar
Dude.
down if you know what I'm saying.
Bro, I mean, I wasn't getting butt ass naked, but I was.
You're flashing the back.
I was bringing dong out every
To the
once in a
nips.
while. I got the big hammer coming out.
You're like,
kids.
well, naturally, every time I dress before a basketball game, I do my ritual of helicoptering my penis.
So, guys, in order to loosen up for this basketball competition we have in front of us, I'll have to spin my helicopter
Yeah.
penis in a circle.
Don't worry, it's not gonna be a big spin. You're gonna hear a little bit of thigh slap.
You're
gonna-
Once
the,
I get it going.
He called it the Scottish sling.
I'm bringing out my bagpipe, sweetheart. Yeah, that's what I would do.
I call
And
that my old double-double. I'm really working the boards in this game tonight, guys.
I'd spend the entire day in school talking like this because my voice hadn't dropped. As soon as this fucking after-school sports started, I go, yo, what are you doing down
I just
here?
got done jerking off in front of a camera for a janitor. You guys ready to fucking play some basketball?
Baby,
or
$5,
what? Yeah.
man, $5.
Man, he's my only fan. Imagine if that was a thing in the future.
Dude, I had to reach out and be like, one time after school,
Damn,
I got
he's
really
just the
close.
first he created OnlyFans.
Yeah. One time after school, I got really close to dunking, and I was like, I should hit him up for the video. See if I can get a hold of that.
He's like, actually, I don't have the dunk, but I got a great shot of your dick.
That's like stuff you do now for like comedy. You have to have reels nonstop. So anybody who has a video, you got to be like, yo, could I actually get my
Yeah, but like
son?
high school kids have like dunk reels now.
Dude, high school kids are
Naeem's
like,
son has like it was like a summer ball like highlight reel. It's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
People are just good
mine
at
would've been
sports.
so disappointing if you had my baseball highlight reel. Another single to left. That's it.
you watching me shoot flat-footed layups.
Hey,
like-
as long as you got on base, John, that's all that matters.
Yeah, but
right?
like that's not now. It's like kids know how to make everything look cool with like bat flips and shit. And
Yeah.
like, everyone's allowed to talk shit now too in sports, and I feel like it's not like it's acceptable in baseball to flip a bat and like start screaming "Let's go" because you're usually a white guy. And round the bases and like just mocking the pitcher, like that fucking that bitch just threw. He's a pussy. That like back in the day, you would get drilled in the head if you did that. Your next at bat.
Well, I don't even think that's. I think the whole what you said initially is probably no longer true. Now you have to make the assumption if somebody's playing baseball, you got to be like, it must be a Japanese guy. They're the best in the world.
Otani.
yeah, dude, they
just
take
won
baseball
the-
very seriously.
Well, they won the World Baseball Classic, and Shohei Otani has the most incredible stat right now in the history of baseball. Not enough people are talking about it. He leads the Angels in every single stat he possibly can.
Yeah.
Both hitting and pitching.
Wow.
The last person to be this great at pitching and batting was Babe Ruth. Like that was like Babe Ruth's thing. And
Yeah.
then he just became a hitter. But that was a billion years ago when everyone could play baseball. Now Shohei Otani is doing the most incredible shit ever. And it's like everyone's still just talking about, the women's U.S. team wants to get paid more. You're like,
it's crazy.
this guy he's a superhuman. He's
Yeah.
a freak of nature when it comes to athletics.
He could change the sport. It's not going to be the MVP anymore.
But
It's going
all
to be
the
the
focus on ESPN is on the dumbest shit. Or like they're showing the USFL like the other day. And
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, those things. I'm not a fan of the USFL from like a technical standpoint.
Yeah, you should
They've
watch out. You
they've
might
thrown
work for that.
way too many. That in the XFL, they put so many microphones on the field.
I
now
want that. More
that
microphones.
But
Make
it's
your life
obnoxious.
hell, but I want more microphones.
It's
in
so
sports.
obnoxious.
yeah.
Oh no, dude! I want to know what the second baseman and the guy that just tried to take him out on a slide into second are talking about every single time.
Yeah.
because 9 times out of 10, they're talking about the dumbest, stupid shit.
But
They're
then
just
they're
like,
going to
"You
make
guys
it
don't hear
interesting. They're
It'd
going
be
to
a
start
time
playing.
capsule.
They're going to start playing for the camera though. If they
And-
know they're on.
I say you
years,
mic
dude.
them all,
Yeah.
and then you tell them like only some of your mics are on tonight, but they're all on.
Every big
Trick 'em.
ceremony, dude. When Shohei Ohtani wins the least dishonorable award in the MLB, that
True.
will be something you want to get. You want
Yeah,
to
he
hear that
can't.
mic'd
I
up?
really hope he doesn't fall off because then he's gonna have to fall on his sword like a true samurai.
yeah, I mean, but I think he'll love the game
He's
a long
just
time.
He's just got a bat
Yeah.
trying to cut
Can we
his
get a
belly
mic'd
open.
up of that?
Yeah.
I would like to have it here, but I just think they probably say so. I remember like they caught one glimpse of like Kevin Garnett talking shit, and he told Carmelo Anthony that his wife was sweet like Honey Nut Cheerios.
That's so
Because
good.
he said
dude.
that he fucked his wife.
What a line.
That's crazy.
I think about it every morning when I eat Honey Nut Cheerios.
Dude, can you imagine you're at a college bar and like some kid that hooked up with your girlfriend before you was like, dude, your girlfriend is sweet as though she were a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios. I don't even know what I could say.
Hey, friend, are you familiar with Lucky Charms? Your girlfriend tastes of that.
Really? Hello, it's me, Trent, the guy that looks like everybody else at this bar. Your
And
girlfriend,
you, actually, which is weird. She is a type.
When I betted your girlfriend, I couldn't help but notice that she had a semblance of taste. Yeah.
It is with great haste I write to you, dear Matthew.
It is day
upon the battlefield.
on the battlefield.
We may be enemies, but I would like you to know your girl tastes of the finest strawberry jams and marmalades.
Perhaps when I meet my maker, I will bet.
I mean, when you think about it, like, so imagine, like, in revolutionary times, like the Revolutionary War times, people used to write long letters to each other. So
Dude, they were
somewhere,
definitely talking
there's
shit.
Some dude who's just like, imagine.
Yo,
like,
you tell
shit-talking
Dave,
letters.
Fucking
fuck
pussy.
you when I see him, dude. It's on.
It's
Yeah.
gonna take 3 weeks to get to you, so I might not be mad at you anymore. But still, fuck you.
And then
Yeah,
it ends
dude.
with, anyway, I got a tummy ache. It's probably nothing. I'll send you another letter next month.
Yeah.
No letter
Dead.
ever comes again. Yeah.
Jebediah was overtaken by demons. He could never write back to his dearest friend. Dude, that's
That's where
sick.
the secrets. That's the secrets from the Civil War of what we put in our tires.
That's exactly, dude. Some dudes get the secrets of the Civil War live inside of your tire. You know why it's called a good year? It's the year we fucking freed ourselves. It's a good year.
Secrets of the tires.
We have
that's the podcast.
There's
name
the
there.
episode title.
I'm already thinking of the art.
Yeah, dude. It's I do like the idea of just. I would like to read some of those old letters. Maybe see they draw pictures to be funny. The first
there's gotta be
memes.
the good because they do always like read the letters on like those reenactments where it's always the guy writing to his wife. There had to be one where it was just like a single dude writing back to his boys, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, dude, the other day, Cannonball ripped my friend Ted's head right off, dude." Anyway, so I'm bayoneting this guy from the south, and he's going, "I'm your cousin." I'm like, "Prove it." Anyway, war's sick. Tell Sally I said what up. You can smash while I'm gone.
She's Honey Nut
Send.
Cheerios type sweet, dude.
Yeah,
Somewhere there's somebody. Think about this. Somewhere there's somebody who was the first person to draw a dick on something. Imagine that. He started the trend of drawing a dick
You
on
send
something.
that, you send that, and it's the last thing you ever send because you get shot in the face with a musket ball the next morning.
Dude,
No, I mean like on a building. Someone somewhere said that would be hysterical if I
no,
drew
I
a
like to
dick on
think
that
in the Civil War they
building.
draw the dick on a scroll and they send it to their friend, and we're like, I'm gonna go back to war now. And then just die.
I'm telling you right now, like before humans were even made, like I'm saying, like pre-human beings were drawing dicks in caves.
Oh yeah, most of the constellations, if you look at them, are just dicks.
That was the language, Matt.
That's how they would talk because they couldn't communicate because their larynx haven't developed. Actually, they talked like a special guy running for president. They go, I got a dick on the pig there. I would put the vaccine on there. Gotta stop saying it. But dude, I think that anybody if I had just appeared here now, first thing I'm doing is like, what the fuck is
Hold on,
that?
give me a pen.
Hold on,
Let me
I
draw this.
gotta recreate this with my imagination.
Well, I mean, when whomever created the heavens, whatever you believe, they were definitely putting the stars together, and they like to tell us that some of the constellations are like, there's Orion's belt. All the constellations are just different dicks.
Yeah, for
Whole
sure.
lot.
We can go out and look at the stars right now. I'll draw you a star dong you won't even fucking believe.
Also,
That's
dude,
a sketch idea.
Star
Astrologists
dicks,
that just look for
You
dicks.
know they're all
Yeah.
penises.
Look, we found another dick. That's Dickerous.
Orion's belt. What's right below a belt? A penis.
We got to write that one down. I like
Yeah.
Oh, that would be one. Yeah, you think you see a UFO?
Just keeps drawing them on. He's like, dude, it's just a bull. Yeah, but bulls have penises.
that. We're the only people that have found UFOs
Yeah.
shaped like dicks.
There's so many stars, dude. You can't not draw a dick.
The UFO is unruly phallic object. There it is. Couldn't think of it. Got it. Whew, that one was. I was working on that one for a bit.
Oh man, no, totally.
Unidentified
totally.
phallic object.
There's a lot of alien shit coming out. When we have Naeem on, we'll save really in-depth alien talk because he loves it.
Yeah.
But that would be a UPO, an unidentified.
I know.
phallic
I just
object.
thought about it. God damn.
No. You have UFOs and UPOs. Man.
UPOs.
They can coexist.
And then
There's no
UPS. We have UFOs, UPOs, and UPS. What the fuck could Brown do for you, dude? You ever think about that?
On
Draw
Juneteenth?
dicks on your house.
You're gonna ask that question
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Juneteenth,
Okay.
brother.
You're bumping mics on that? No,
don't
dude.
know.
I'm the best one.
And I'm the plug, the best one in the plug. That's our new radio morning radio name, the best one in the plug on 97.7 WOG7.
This morning we are joined by Jill Jacobs. Jill, what do you got to say? She's like, I didn't give her pooping.
Dude, I just realized that's the name of a comedian. That's not the name of this woman.
Who's
I
Jill? I don't know who Jill Jacobs is.
I don't know. I'll find out what her name is. Jill Scott. That's not it.
And he will raise
Dana
you
Jacobson.
up.
Dana Jacobson. Well, I was way
that's
off.
her name, Dana Jacobson.
Dana Jacobson. I found it. The article is entitled "Dana Jacobson is a vodka drinker," and more highlights from the Mike and Mike roast.
Oh man.
But they have it on video of her doing it.
I think there is some video out there of like them. I think there's a video of Eddie Griffin escorting her off of the stage, and that's like it. Lifehouse was the band.
That's it. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I'm falling
Damn,
even
my
more.
brain's look at that. We're just cooking now, and more of this
Cooking.
on the Patreon.
It's like, did we not just hit an hour and now we're cooking?
Yeah,
It's like,
we're really
60.
cooking, and it's like
Sometimes it just takes that,
11:30.
you know. Sometimes
Look,
it takes a little.
Sometimes you got to wake up. Sometimes caffeine's got to tickle your nuts a little bit.
Caffeine tickled my unidentified phallic object.
Can you imagine if you could ingest caffeine just dipping your nuts into a coffee cup?
Oh my god, that'd be so good, dude.
Oh, intranuttal caffeine.
Dude, it's going to be a thing. It's
There's
not
got to
already,
be.
it's gonna
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
need
God,
to start
dude.
to explore other
You
types
thought
of caffeine.
you thought Starbucks baristas bitched before? If you have to go and dip your ball sack in a grande ice
it's
cold
teabagging,
brew.
really.
I got a cold
There
brew.
he is. There he is.
I got a cold brew for Matt.
Oh my god.
Why
dude.
do I have to hold the cup?
Teabagging is going to be the new crazy.
And then I walk over.
Teabagging.
I walk over, and she's like, "He does this song every time." And I go, "Don't, and she's like, "Not to dip the balls, Matt. Do it."
No, you got to sing "Get Low" while you're doing it.
Yeah. He's playing T-Pain. He's playing T-Pain again.
As you're dunking in, you go.
Get low.
Did you know our tires are full of
Yeah.
Civil War secrets?
And he makes me do the song. Hey, how you doing, Matt? Apple bottom peen. That's right. I know. You can take your coffee.
He tips really well. We
tips-
have to do it.
He
Guys.
actually tips all the way over. He doesn't have to balance
And
when
then
he
to come
when he gets
full
on the stand.
circle.
He tips. He puts the tip of his penis in there. Also,
As you're ordering Starbucks, you're like,
Dude, just going up to a 19-year-old barista and gargoyling in front of her with your balls in a grande cold brew.
maintaining eye contact the whole
how you guys
time.
been? You guys been busy today? Yeah. Oh, well, the holidays. It
You're
does get like
weighting it
that.
back and forth so you get entirely covered.
Ooh, actually, I think I ordered light ice. Can you give me another one?
You should be like, is this oat milk? Because I'm cutting out dairy.
Can't be too cold, otherwise I shrivel up and nothing gets done.
Yeah, I'm going to look like an idiot right now.
Yeah, I'll get my coffee in a second. It's cold outside. I'm dropping a little.
Baby, it's cold outside. My balls are in coffee.
I'm so glad that they figured out putting coffee in your mouth and not in your balls.
Girls can do it too. They can make a whole promotion. They call it flicking the bean.
There it
There it
is.
is. Come on, guys.
Can you please start doing that?
I'm the best guy that they've ever had. I'm dipping my balls in coffee. That might be the new movement, dude.
Yeah.
Dip. Listeners, if you're out there, if you're looking for something to do around the holidays,
Hey, you want to get arrested?
Get into teabagging.
And
It's going to
now-
be big.
And now a word from our sponsors: dipping your balls in coffee at your local Starbucks. Guys, have you ever interesting inquiry? Have you ever been at a coffee shopping drink and go, I wish my balls were in here? One word: do it. Okay.
Nobody's going to stop you. That's completely false, but still.
Big warning: don't do hot coffee. Balls burn quick. Okay.
And you can do this at Dunkin' Yo Nuts.
There, dude, who
There
else
it is.
got it like that, dude?
And you can find me like 3 months from now when I start getting booked again.
Yeah, we're gonna do our promotions like we're writing letters during the Civil War. But like, you can find us in about 3 months.
It is with great haste that I hope I get on another bar show in the greater South Jersey area. Please book me.
But in the meantime, we'll tend to my tuberculosis.
Yes. Philly's Funniest, the end of July for me.
Is tuberculosis?
Come out to that.
Never mind.
We're doing plugs now. Come on. This is where the music's playing
What
in the
date?
background.
What date are you at that? For
I think it's like the
2020?
25th. I should just look it up, but then I'm going to just waste more time. End of August, or end of July, I'll post something about it. Monte Comedy, Hacks Comedy Golf. Now that the Patreon is officially going to get started, there is probably some Hacks content coming your way
God's sake,
that we've been
dude.
talking about.
Get a grip.
You wanted to so bad.
I do. I'm saying.
You're like,
in the
get
way
a
of,
grip,
like-
put it on my club. I want to golf. Anyway, that's me.
That's me. It's him. I'm John. We are the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And
Damn, you are the sun.
yeah, I'm the Son. Yeah.
Son.
Philly's Funniest tomorrow. This won't be out by then, but maybe you could see me the next round if I decide to move along. Well, when are you going to keep it strong? Move along, move along. The 23rd, I will be at. No, actually, I won't be at Arc Brewing Company. The guy running the show broke his foot, so
Shout out to ankles and feet.
So I will not be doing that show any longer. And June 26th, I have something I don't remember, but that'll be on my Instagram. And then, July 6th. We might be. I think July 6th is the prospective date for the next post-game show at the Tap Room. Last one was great.
Yes.
They've all been great. Come by.
I do have that. I will be on that.
Yes. So come by, come hang out. They've been just an absolute rabble-rouser of fun. And that's it. That's been our program tonight. So guys, as always, dip your balls in some coffee.